Hi, this is Mike from Mike's Unboxing Reviews and How To, and today we're going to take a look at some smart bulbs from Teckin. Keep watching to find out more. Okay, so today we're going to be taking a look at some smart bulbs from the guys over at Teckin. Now, if you've seen some of my previous videos, I have recently reviewed some Teckin smart plugs, which you can see up here, which actually were really good and set up very, very easily. So to increase the home network and also to add more defined lighting throughout the house and possibly in the Mike's Unboxing studio, we've got hold of a set of Teckin smart LED RGB light bulbs. Now, this particular kit here is the SB50. Now, this is actually a 4-pack of bulbs, which we're going to go through now. Now, as you can see, one of the bulbs is actually missing already from the pack, which you can see in the lamp here. So that's one that I've set up already, which is why I know they're super easy to set up and are going to be really good for those of you who are perhaps a little bit afraid of setting up home automation devices or Wi-Fi bulbs. So what do we get in the box? Well, obviously in this particular one, you get 4 bulbs. There are options, so you can buy a single bulb, which is about £14. There's a twin pack, and the quad pack retails at just over £40 at the moment on Amazon. And again, as is usual, we will be putting some affiliated links in the description below, so you can check those out and see what the price is like for you in your local region. So in the box, like I said, we get 4 bulbs. So 1, 2, 3, and there's the 4th one. Now that is pretty much it in the packaging. There's not a lot left there. So this is going to be nice and easy. It's just a bit of cardboard that you can recycle if you wish to, or you can keep if you want to keep them nice and neat. If you're like me and keep boxes for everything, and they've got wardrobes and cupboards full of empty boxes full of technical products. Let's go through some of the specs. So on the box specifications, so the rated voltage is AC 100 to 240 volts. The color temperature of the bulbs is 6000 K, which is the standard white, which we'll see in a minute, plus obviously the RGB, which you can see going through at the moment. Now the Wi-Fi standard is 2.4 gigahertz. These will work with dual band systems, so if you've got 2.4 and 5, then all you need to do is temporarily disable your 5 to gain access or to set them up the first time. I've been really lucky when I've set these up, I didn't actually need to disable the 5 gigahertz, so your mileage may vary. System supported. Now, if you want to use them as a remote control on your mobile device, it supports both iOS and Android devices. The rated power is 7.5 watts, which works out roughly to be the equivalent of a 60 watt normal traditional bulb. The luminous flux, or the light power, is 800, and the lamp's interface is E27, which is the screw-in type. There also are options for the bayonet type if you prefer. With them you get 12 months warranty, and if you get any problems or anything, you can obviously email me here at mike@mikesunboxing.com, or you can leave a comment in the comment section below, or alternatively you can go to support@teckinhome.com. Again, all the links for this will be in the description or show notes below. So what can you use these with? So on the box, as it says, you've got a Wi-Fi connection, which you can use with your phone and your home system. You've got app control, so in the actual app, which we'll be seeing in a little bit, you can control different aspects of the light, so different themes, different setups, color, temperature, saturation, all that kind of stuff. You can also use voice control, so if you're somebody who has the Google system at home, or maybe you've got Alexa, or even if you're using things like IFTTT, then you can use it with that. The bulbs are energy saving, so they're A++ rated. You've got dimmable bulbs, so unlike some of the older RGB or LED bulbs which had a bit of a problem with dimming or would flicker, these are absolutely fine. And you've got the option to set timers, so if you're security conscious and you want to have some of these lights come on whilst you're not at home to make it look as if you are home, then you can set up timers to suit your preferences. So that pretty much is it from the specs. As it says on the box, it works with Amazon Alexa and it works with the Google Home Assistant. So let's get on and set these bulbs up. Now in the instructions, which is included in a little pamphlet, there's a section on how to set these up using the Smart Life app. Now I personally prefer to use the Otim app because I've got a lot of other devices set up within that app, so I'll be using that. But effectively, most of these apps work in the same way. They're built on the Toya system, so you can use Smart Life, Otim, Ulink, lots of other applications, whichever you feel is best for your needs. So let's go over to the phone and we'll see how it all fits together. So the first thing you need to do is go to either the Play Store or go to the App Store and download the app of your choice. Again, Smart Life is the one they recommend for this, but I'm going to be using the Ultim Smart. And once you've got it all set up with your usernames, passwords, etc., ready to go, all you need to do is simply click on the plus icon. And this is how you add a new device. So scroll down through until you see light bulb, and it says power on the light and confirm that the light blinks rapidly. So at the moment we've got one set up, so let's take this one out and take another bulb. And after a few seconds that should start blinking, which will look something like that, which is exactly the same in the app. So confirm that the light is blinking rapidly, so we'll click on that, and we have to enter your username and password for your Wi-Fi, which I've already got set up, and just click on confirm and continue. And then it will start doing its connection. Now it should connect pretty much after somewhere between 7 to 10%, and you know it has happened because the light will remain on steadily. If you're getting past the sort of 10% mark and the light is still flashing, then something is wrong, or maybe your Wi-Fi name is incorrect. They do prefer for the Wi-Fi names to be set in traditional English characters, so if you've got any hyphens or Chinese characters or anything like that, then you'll need to change that to regular English. Also make sure that if your devices require it, that you're on the 2.4 gigahertz spectrum. So as we can see now, it's added device and we've got the RGB Smart Bulb 2. So at this point now we can actually rename it if you wanted. So let's call it Studio Lamp and hit save. It said success and we're done. So now in the app we've got control over what we can do with the bulb. So we'll go through some of the modes now. So the simplest thing is the on and off. So just tap the bulb and the light will turn on and off. All pretty simple, straightforward stuff. So first of all, let's go into white mode. And in white mode, you can just adjust the brightness of the bulb. So you can move the slider and it will adjust the brightness until you get it how you want it to be. All pretty simple stuff. So another option is go into color mode. Now this has got a traditional color wheel. So you can go through and scroll through the various colors. You've got your blues, greens, yellows, into the reds, pinks, and back around to blues. In this section as well, you can change the saturation. So if you want it a little paler, you can reduce some of the saturation and then put it back up. Again, you can also adjust the brightness to get it just how you want. Other modes, there are scene modes. So you can go to scene and you've got a night mode, you've got a reading mode, a meeting mode, not too sure what that's about. There's a leisure mode, soft. Now some of these modes you can actually customize yourself. So if you click on the customization, you can then choose specific colors and it will save it once you've done it. You can also change things like the saturation, brightness and the speed if you've got any kind of color changing, all that kind of stuff. So we go into colors. Now in the color section, again, you can change the speed. So this will flash through colors, or you can slow that right down and it will basically cycle through the colors. You've got the colorful mode, which will go through and change colors. Again, you can go through, change the speeds, how quickly it goes, so you can make a strobe effect and all that kind of stuff. Again, change brightness. Or the one I like personally is the gorgeous mode. So click on that and that is your traditional kind of RGB flow mode. Now again, in this section you can adjust the saturation, so you can make it slightly paler. Maybe if you're trying to match it in with a PC or something like that, you can change that. You can change the brightness again, and you can change the speed. So you may actually be able to get a speed which actually works with your lighting for some other RGB devices, which is kind of nice. Last one is the timer. So you can go to the timer and you can add some timing. So you can tell it to come on, turn on, off, and you can get it to repeat once daily or whatever you choose it to be. So you can choose weekdays, all that kind of stuff, and yeah, do whatever you need to do with it. And obviously, because with this one it's a 4-pack, So you could have a different scene for each bulb, or if you wanted to, you could synchronize them all so that they're all doing the same thing, or have some kind of party setup. Again, the limit of this is pretty much the limit of your imagination of how you want it to work. Now obviously these bulbs as well, if you go into white mode, it is just a regular white bulb. So if you want to use these just as white bulbs, maybe in your traditional kind of ceiling light in your house, you can screw them straight into your ES fittings, have them as a white mode, and then maybe if you've got friends round or you're having a movie night or something like that, then you can change the lighting accordingly to suit your mood. If you're watching a horror movie, maybe you want to add a splash of red to the lighting. Again, entirely up to you what you want to do with them. All the color options are there. It's again limited only by your imagination. So also with these, you can actually set them up with the Google Home and the Alexa services. Simple to do. All you do is whichever app you actually use to set the bulbs up. So in my case, the Ultim service, just add that as a service or a skill for Alexa or a service for the Google Home system, and it will integrate nicely with that. Then you can use voice control, or you can group the lights. So say for instance, you've got these in the bedroom. As you're walking up towards the bed, you can say the trigger word for your Home Assistant and get it to turn the lights on so it's ready when you go in. Also, again, you can set a timer so your bedroom lights will turn off at a certain time. So if you want some light when you go into bed for reading, for example, you can then set a timer so they turn off in like half an hour or an hour or at a predefined time. So there we go, there is an unboxing and quick overview on how to use the Teckin smart light bulbs. Again, Amazon affiliate links will be in the description below. If you've got any comments or questions, please put them in the section below, and hopefully we'll see you in the very next video. Thanks for watching.